Now that I didn't finally hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, as y'all been asking me for it, and as I promised, this is my story of how I bought my C6 Corvette. So, just a little backstory for reference. Leading up to the Corvette, I was living and working in Washington for about 3 months doing concrete, staying with my uncle, paying rent to him, and just paying off hella bills. I was just trying to get my life together at the time, right? So once I finally left Washington and came back out to California, I didn't have no car, I didn't have no job, and I didn't have no money. And where I live at, there's no transportation or no bus or no BART, right? So boom, but I did know and I remembered this. About 10 minutes away from my house, there's a mall. So when I got back out here, I'm like, boom, I'll just walk up there, right? Because for me, all I just wanted at the time was a job. I don't care how I gotta get there. I'm gonna make a way to get there, right? So boom, it took me about 30 to 40 minutes to get to the mall. I put in about 10 to 15 job applications within that week of me being back in California. I got hired in at Chick-fil-A, right? As one of the people that, the cooks in the back and stuff like that. And I already had told myself once I get my job, within 3 months of me being there, I'm gonna get me a second job, right? So that's exactly what I did. So after 3 months of me working at Chick-fil-A, I found a job right across the street from Chick-fil-A, K1 Speed, right, the go-kart spot, right? So boom, now I'm working both of the jobs. And just too, for another little reference of how my schedule and my day was going, I would get up at 4:30 in the morning and leave the house at 5 in the morning to get to Chick-fil-A at 6 in the morning and do 6 in the morning to 1:30 or 6 in the morning to 2. And then I would go to K1 Speed and do 3 to 10 or like a 5 to 10, just depending on the schedule, right? Because they was both part-time jobs, but I was getting full-time hours at Chick-fil-A, and my schedule at K1 Speed was based upon what I was being scheduled at Chick-fil-A, right? Because my schedules never conflicted one another, right? That's just what I'm getting at. So boom, I done went from just working maybe about 8 hours a day, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, to now my days can go anywhere between 8 to 16 hours a day because I'm working both jobs. It was a lot of days where I had to work both jobs, right? And then I'm still coming home, working out, still posting my content. And on the average, every day I only got about 4 hours of sleep because I needed time to work out. I needed time to get home. I needed time to shower and eat and, post my content and just get some rest and get back up and do it all again. And also, too, for reference, this whole time I wasn't partying, I wasn't clubbing, I wasn't going outside. I was just working home. So it was very easy for me to save my money outside of the rent that I pay at home, right? So boom, I'm working both of these jobs, walking to work every single day. It took me about 6 to 8 months. I stacked up about $10,000 to $12,000. So on the day that I finally wanted to buy my car, right, I called about a $150 Uber from home all the way to Fremont, and it took me about an hour 30 to get to the dealership that had the car. I test drove it for a little bit by myself. I put the money down. I had my mom come with me because at the time I needed her to co-sign me at the time. But I put the money down. I put about $10,000 down on the car. I test drove it. I already knew I wanted it, so it wasn't too much test driving. I really did. And even on this, too, a little bonus. While the dude was doing my paperwork in the dealership, he let me drive his Corvette. He had a C5, right? Thing was loud, it was perking, it was doing all of that, right? But my mom came to the dealership with me. She co-signed. I put my money down. I got the paperwork. I drove off with the car. And, the rest is history. And I just say all this to say this, too. Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve it. You can do it. All you got to do is come up with a goal, and you got to come up with a plan and follow that plan. Whatever daily habits that you have that are going to get you closer to that goal, that is what you follow. I came up with a plan. I came up with a routine. And that plan, in short, was this. I'm going to walk to work every single day. I'm going to eat the food from my job. I'm going to stack my money. I'm not spending no money outside of my rent and the things that I need, my necessities, things that I need. Not what I want, but the things that I need. I stacked my bread, put all of my money away, saved it. And when it was time to buy the car, I was already ready and I was already prepared. So All you got to do is put your mind to it and you can achieve it. So that's the story of how I bought my C6 Corvette. Hey, come on. Let's take it in. Stinging 10 toes on my
toes on my 2 feet. Them niggas grab a jacket on they block, it's been a cold week. That bitch ain't good for nothing, she suck dick and she swallow skis. Nigga 50 in the ARP if they follow me. Nigga, you got 12 points posted, pass the ball to me. Nigga chillin' with his strap loaf and drop it all on him.
1, 2, 3.
Still I always work my work how I'm supposed to. Just do a big go, I will hold you. I don't got no new friends, nigga, I don't do a big go, I will hold you. I don't got no new friends, nigga, I don't know you.
Work that chop on his head like I'm supposed to.
Drop that little nigga in the ocean, I need a harpoon and 50 grand. Come on the way Kim says, coming, seen that BMG on them niggas blocking. Niggas stay chillin', never catch me on no TikTok, shaking heads for views. Never presidential nigga, I know how to do it. Teach these niggas how to shake the trenches, I'm the hood too.